I'm gonna do this whole thing all over again. Bitch. Oh, I have to show this real quick. Hold on. I was telling my niece about the 19 Crimes Cali Red wine because I quite like it. It's a very nice introductory wine as well. And I was telling her about how cool the cork to it is because it's got this little picture of Snoop Dogg on the cork. See, look. So when you open up a bottle, you got Snoop Dogg popping up going, peekaboo. No. Anyway, thought I would share those real quick. Let's get on to the video.
Oh, I see. The circus is in town again.
Hey, it's your dandy, Candy. And today, we're going to be talking about this piece right here. Now, this piece is a recycled project I decided to do. Originally, it was a Spawn painting, because I am a bit of a fan of the Spawn comic books and movies. In fact, the movie is like my favorite 90s film of all time. Great casting, very fun movie, awesome soundtrack, but the best part was John Leguizamo. I know everybody loves Spawn. Spawn was like, Michael Jai White was fucking amazing as Spawn. Okay? But John Leguizamo was on a whole nother level. That man did 4 movie cuts worth of ad-lib dialogue for most of his dialogue in that movie. There's like 4 different cuts of this film. Every single one of them, he has totally different jokes for it. And he did all that while wearing a fat suit, duck walking. Say what you will about the pest, that's fine. You cannot deny that man's talent. He was the GOAT in that film. That's all I'm saying. Also, I still oftentimes quote people whenever they ask me what Arizona's like as, this is where old folks go after Florida, son. But anyways, I digress. And the rosé is kicking in. As I was saying, this was originally a Spawn painting that I had done. And unfortunately, it ended up with a hole in it somehow, some way, for some reason. And yeah, sure, I could have just patched that up and moved on with my life and maybe put it on my Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/candydandyart. But I decided instead to take this as an opportunity to make a new piece. Now, like most of my life, I didn't really have a plan in mind when I started out on it. I just started laying down some colors for an ombre tone background. Something a little more bright, colorful, and vibrant, something funky. While I filled around with what I wanted to do. I know I kind of wanted to do a portrait because, well, I tend to do a lot of portraits. I like doing portraits. So I started laying down the colors for the face and the neckline, shoulders and whatnot for that. And it wasn't until I started laying down the magentas that it finally kicked. Because as you can see, I got this cunty little hat, right? And even though it's fuchsia and not magenta, they're close in tone. In fact, oftentimes get mistaken for each other. And I thought to myself, bitch, why don't you make a drag queen painting? And voila. Now, I didn't have any drag queen in mind when I started working on this piece. I have done paintings of drag queens that I have had in mind, like this one here that I did of Divine. I mean, it's kind of funky, but I think it's kind of cool looking. It's just a concept of a drag queen. Now, this may come as a bit of a shock to you, so you may want to sit down. But I am a bit of a fan of the art of drag. I know it's a shocker. Stunning revelation, I know. But yes, it is true. I, Candy Sabrina Dandy, am indeed a fan of the art of female illusionists. And male illusionists, and just illusionists in general. I like a good hat trick. Now, we're not going to make this video about the history of the art of drag. I'm just saying that it's always been a thing that's kind of intrigued me as a person who has some issues that I've been dealing with for a very long period in my life. Like most of my life, I've been dealing with a certain issue, and I don't think I'll ever be able to afford to get that issue dealt with. So this is the closest compromise I can think of to doing it. I find it's a way to feel comfortable on camera when I'm talking and presenting, and also how I feel comfortable presenting myself as an artist. Now, even though originally I had no idea what I wanted to do with the piece, I know for certain that I wanted to have some of the frame that the canvas is stretched on it exposed as part of the piece. Originally, we were just going to do like webbing and mesh across here to make it look, just open and exposed. But we decided to go against that. I mean, we did eventually make some dangly bits out of mesh tubing that we braided and glued into place. That was for certain a thing that we were going to do. But we decided to cover it up with a panel that we just completely coated the fuck out of with glitter. All the glitter, baby. All the glitters, honey. Purple, red, white, all the fucking glitters we could get. Oh, to tell you that I didn't have fun doing that glitter would just be an absolute lie. Oh, I love glitter. Oh, that was so much fun. Yeah, this is gonna be one of them hot mess videos where it's just an absolute train wreck. Oh my goodness gracious. This is what I get for trying to ad-lib in a fucking video. I don't know how John Leguizamo did it for 4 fucking movies worth, but hey, goats. Now, drag queens are known for being notoriously vivacious and bombastic and very bright and colorful and sparkly and shiny. So I definitely wanted to shine the fuck out of this piece after that glitter panel. And we decided to go with some disco tiles that we laid down on the framework, and as well as some acrylic crystals that we laid down on the other side of the piece to even it out. If you've ever seen any of my art in the back or on our Etsy shop, etsy.com/shop/candydandyart, you'll notice that I tend to practice a art form called maximalism. Maximalism is where every single bit of the piece is covered with something, whether it's a pattern or a thing, an abstract shape, color break, something of that nature. I just really like the concept of maximalism in art. So I had to do something with that ombre tone background. What I decided to do was just take a Sharpie marker and draw down some tribal art, just randomly, squiggly line tribal style, and then finished it up with some checkered stripes and patterns that we did with black paint to give it kind of a funky disco nightclub type vibe. We decided on giving her a vape pen because why not? It's the 21st century, might as well smoke like a jet. Son. Oh, look at that futurism reference. Oh my god. And the feathers we actually took off of some extra ones that we had from our pink flamingo piece that we glued into place. And there you have it. Kind of a short and sweet video. It's been a minute since we did one of those. These last couple ones are like 30 minutes long. Oof. But yeah, I just really like how it turned out, and I thought I'd share the process with you. I'm not sure if I want to put this one up for sale because I really like the way it looks, but I am tempted to make some more pieces. So you might be seeing those down the road on our Etsy shop. Don't make me say it again. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I may even do a Spawn piece like this. Who knows? Halloween is coming up, and I could always use more content. The ride never ends. Anyways, this has been Candy Dandy. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good